Are you ready for Double or Nothing? The first pay-per-view from All Elite Wrestling, which airs live tonight from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada. I've ordered it. I did so via ITV box office here in the UK, and I can't wait for this pay-per-view. Now, I saw yesterday via social media the stage construction being put together for Double or Nothing inside the MGM Grand, and it made me want to create my very own arena in WWE 2K19 for the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. So I went ahead, created the arena, and you can now download this arena for PlayStation 4 using the hashtags AEW, Double or Nothing, and of course, Delzinski. Now, the inspiration behind the design of this arena was to keep it simple and keep it real. That's why you see the blue seating, which is true to the MGM Grand. For the stage, I wanted to keep it clean, not overdo it, but have a decent Tron, and that Tron has a hidden layer to it, which I will show you in just a moment. And with the ring, I went with the black ring mat, and because the Double or Nothing logo looks so good, I decided to incorporate it into the ring also. Now, back to the hidden layer which comes as part of this arena for the Tron. It's a bit sneaky, but it does give you an alternative if you're not keen on the Double or Nothing logo with the blurred Vegas backdrop. All you have to do is go into stage construction. Now move this layer all the way to the front, and now you have an alternative visual for your Tron. Now, I'm not sure how many creators are doing this at present, but I do think it gives you a variety, particularly if you're using fixed patterns. Now, the reason why I did this is because, of course, many of the AEW roster are not in a WWE game, which means they won't have a Tron. So having these fixed is much better. But of course, if you're not keen on the original visual that I used, which was the AEW logo with a blurred Vegas backdrop, this gives you an alternative, and you could add more, so you can switch it up from time to time. And like I said, this might be something that creators incorporate more into their designs when uploading a created arena. So there you have it, my All Elite Wrestling Double or Nothing custom arena for PlayStation 4. All the hashtags are listed in the description box below, and let's roll the dice and check out this arena in action. So here we are in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the MGM Grand in my custom Double or Nothing arena, and Chris Jericho is making his way to the ring. And I have to admit, I've thoroughly enjoyed Chris Jericho on the road to Double or Nothing, not just for his matchup against Kenny Omega, but also the back and forth with Cody Rhodes, with Jericho stating that he reports to nobody but Tony Khan. I think it's been great. But here we go, this matchup underway, and Jericho says no, 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 not this time. He wants to win this one after his loss in New Japan. But Omega, with a slap to the face of Chris Jericho, elbow to the back of the neck, and sends Jericho off the ropes. Leapfrog over the top, went for the knee. Jericho puts the brakes on and drags Omega to the corner. Shoulder to the midsection, and Jericho's been saying on social media that he's got a new finishing move. Now, it's not going to feature in this match because I didn't see that post until after this was recorded, but I wonder if he's going to hit it. He's been training to deliver it. It's very interesting. But Jericho with the pin, one. And I am interested to see if they will have the Double or Nothing logo on the ring mat. I went for it with this arena, but I'm not sure if they will. I think it looks good. I actually think the Double or Nothing logo is one of the best designed pay-per-view logos we've seen in a long time from any organisation. I'm not actually that keen on the AEW brand logo itself, but I do like everything they've done with Double or Nothing. Pin by Omega. 1. But just the 1 count. And a kick to the back by Kenny Omega, but Jericho pops back up and deafens Omega and forces him back to the corner. Jericho. Oh! Kenny Omega. Well, Jericho was looking for the Bulldog, and 9 times out of 10 that will lead to the Lion Salt. But these two know each other very well, and a rock bottom and a splash by Kenny Omega. A jam-packed crowd here in Las Vegas in the brand new Double or Nothing arena. And the actual real arena, I will say, looks quite cool. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the old school Impact Zone from TNA. But we'll have to wait and see. I only saw, a brief shot of it, so I haven't seen any sort of finalised version of the stage construction just yet, or the ring for that matter, but I was intrigued to say the least. And Jericho wants the crowd to get behind him. I don't think he's going to get too much support. The star attraction, that's what he calls himself. And a shoulder tackle takedown. I thought this was the best way to showcase the new Double or Nothing arena which I've created by putting these two in the ring against each other. A preview of tonight's matchup, and Jericho is on a roll. The Ayatollah of Rock and Roller is rolling right now. Will he roll the dice at Double or Nothing? Jericho this time gets the Bulldog. And Jericho, Lion Salt, pin, 1, 2, oh, and Omega kicks out at 2, but Jericho came dangerously close to picking up the victory he needs. He said this is the most important matchup of his career. Jericho is desperate to win this one against Kenny Omega and avenge that defeat. Omega back up. Jericho, oh, double axe handle, missed it. Punch to the gut by Omega and slaps the taste out of Jericho's mouth. This one is personal. Oh! Plants Chris Jericho. 1, 2. Oh! A few near falls and Kenny Omega not wasting any time. Punches to the face, a knee to the back. Pressure being applied. Who's going to win this one? Let me know who's going to win this matchup right here, and also what you think will happen in the real matchup later on at Double or Nothing. Oh, devastating knee. And Jericho bails out. Chris Jericho, the veteran, taking a break, ducks to the outside, but Kenny Omega, not giving him any respite, comes straight after him. Russian leg sweep into the unforgiving steel barricade. No padding there. And a scoop slam down into the concrete floor. Referee laying the count on. Up to the count of 5. Very excited too to see at Double or Nothing some championships being revealed, or a championship. Oh! Missed it! Jericho got the knees up. Where Cody Rhodes hinted that we would see their world championship being revealed, it has to be a mark-up from the 24/7 championship. It just must. It just must. And Jericho now taking a risk of his own. Will he crash and burn, or will it pay off? Moonsault, got it. Pin, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and Omega kicks out at 2, and Jericho not just having a go at our official, but also at the fans. And it's given time for Omega to get back to his feet, but Jericho on the attack once more, boot to the midsection. And a discus forearm wipes out Chris Jericho. Jericho, I believe that's the sort of move he's been working on as his new finisher, but Omega not giving him a chance. And what is Kenny Omega thinking about doing here? Oh, dangerous, but Jericho fighting for his life. And Chris Jericho, luckily for him, finds a way to escape here at Double or Nothing. Referee up to the count of 3. And Jericho making sure this matchup continues again. Up on that top rope. He was successful last time, but this time, no, he gets caught. And Kenny Omega drives the knee into the back and the side of Chris Jericho. Jericho, oh, turned inside out. And for Kenny Omega, it could be a double tonight. For Jericho, he could be left with nothing. The pay-per-view name says it all. It sums it up. High stakes here in Vegas. And Jericho now perched precariously on that top rope. Superplex by Kenny Omega. And a pin. 1, 2. Jericho kicks out at 2, but fatigue for both men must be setting in now. At the first AEW pay-per-view, live on ITV Box Office. Omega, the comeback is on. Oh, right in the mush. And Omega looking. Oh! Chris Jericho dumped on the back of his neck. And now Omega, where Jericho's felt this before. Oh, Jericho fights his way free. Kenny Omega was looking for the winged angel, but Jericho instead applies the walls at Jericho. And if Jericho cinches this in at Double or Nothing, could he force Kenny Omega to tap out? No, not in this instance. Omega fights his way free. Standing moonsault. Kenny Omega, not sure where he's getting this from. Another matchup I'm really looking forward to at Double or Nothing is Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes. Really can't wait for that. Looking forward to seeing. It's also been talked about that it could be Dustin Rhodes' final matchup. Cody said it's a maybe. So you know he's going to go all in, excuse the pun, if that is the case. But back to this matchup, and Jericho takes up Omega. Omega fights his way out of the powerbomb attempt. Oh, and slaps again Jericho right across the chops. And there was a lot of fighting talk at the StarCast event with Cody Rhodes. He threw a few subliminals the way of WWE. Actually, they were quite blunt. They weren't really subliminal. But, you know, everybody is looking on in anticipation ahead of this pay-per-view. And they're not in direct competition with WWE at the moment, but they've made all the right moves to make WWE stand up and take notice. And that's what I think is great, because competition is key to give us the best possible products. And there's been no competition for quite some time, but this does indeed feel legitimate. AEW have made all the right moves with the way that they've gone out there and got their TV deals, their pay-per-view licenses. It's all been smart thus far, and Kenny Omega breaks the walls of Jericho one more time. And has he broke the spirit of Y2J? Jericho! He's in trouble! Winged Angel! 1, 2, 3, and Kenny Omega makes it a double here at Double or Nothing, defeating Chris Jericho for the second time. Did I just give you a spoiler ahead of Double or Nothing? Possibly. We'll have to wait and see until tonight. Let me know if you're going to be watching Double or Nothing. Are you excited for it? And of course you can now grab this custom Double or Nothing arena for PS4 via the community creations using the hashtags which I've listed in the description box below. But for now, enjoy AEW, enjoy Double or Nothing, and enjoy this arena. All that's left to be said is please rate, comment, and subscribe. This is Delzinski, signing out.